The hottest AI IPO of 2026 was not a chatbot or a productivity app. It was Cerebras, a chip company with a processor so large it sounds like a dare. They entered the public market with a bang, raising $5.55 billion from an IPO priced at $185 per share. Then, the stock opened for trading at $350. This was not a quiet listing. It was Wall Street kicking open the door, demanding to see the AI engine room. A debut like this makes you wonder if we are seeing the first crack in Nvidia's dominance, or just a very expensive appetizer. Let's look at the numbers behind this explosive debut. Cerebras priced 30 million shares at $185 each. The stock then opened trading at $350, a jump of nearly 89%. It closed its first day up about 68% at $311.07. But this story is about more than just a first-day pop. It is about the market's mood. Public investors have been hungry for a pure AI infrastructure company they can actually own. After all, Nvidia is already a king, and companies like OpenAI are still private. Cerebras arrived first, and the market treated it like the main event. So what makes Cerebras so different? The company started with a rebellious idea. Instead of connecting thousands of smaller chips, they decided to build one enormous wafer-scale engine. In the world of semiconductors, this is a radical approach. There is a famous saying in computing that asks if you would rather plow a field with one large bull or with 64 chickens. Cerebras built the bull. Nvidia and most of the industry have focused on building extremely sophisticated chicken farms. Both strategies can work, but the market loves a clean story. And the biggest chip ever commercialized for AI is a story that writes itself. We have talked about the hardware, the bull versus the chickens. Now let's talk about the battleground. The next war in AI is not about who can train the biggest model. The next war is about speed. Training is what builds the models, but inference is what serves the users every time you ask an AI a question. Cerebras is betting they can make that inference process faster and cheaper. This matters because soon, the world will ask AI systems billions of questions a day. If you think of AI as the new electricity, inference becomes the meter, and latency, or delay, becomes the new toll you have to pay. Of course, every rocket launch comes with risks, and it is important to look under all the confetti. Cerebras has $24.6 billion in future obligations, a huge number that signals strong demand. A significant portion of that is tied to a massive capacity deal with OpenAI. That is the bull case in a tuxedo, but the risks are also clear. In 2025, two related customers accounted for 86% of the company's total revenue. A significant majority of that revenue came from customers headquartered in the UAE. And for its giant chips, Cerebras has a sole supplier for its wafers, TSMC. The rocket is real, but it still has to navigate the weather. Cerebras may be the opening act for a much larger AI IPO cycle. The names people are watching are enormous, including OpenAI, Anthropic, and xAI. The market's reaction to Cerebras tells us something important. Public investors no longer just want to buy the magic trick, like a new app. They want to own a piece of the stage, the power grid, and the strange giant chip under the floorboards. The question is not simply whether Cerebras can beat Nvidia. The more interesting question is whether the public market is about to reprice the entire AI supply chain. If intelligence becomes the product everyone sells, then the real fortune may belong to whoever sells the engine room.